name is Frances Helsten. I am 31 years old. I currently live in West Jordan. I work for the offices of Wall & Wall Attorneys on Conwood Heights. I'm married to my husband, Chris. We have a corgi named Max and a cat named Copernicus. I've been working as a paralegal for 5, almost 6 years now. I work as the head paralegal, technical support, office manager for the firm. I just thought it would be interesting looking back because it's going to be 95 years for the bar, almost 100. I thought it'd be really interesting to get a perspective. I mean, I'm probably on the younger side of people who are going to get interviewed, so also I'm not an attorney, but I just thought it would be cool to see like the perspective, like here's how the bar was in Utah was like 95 years ago versus today, and how the legal system has for sure changed in the 95 to 100 years since. I got laid off from my last job in 2020 due to COVID, and I just happened to be scrolling through, I think it was Indeed, for jobs, and I happened on one for a legal assistant actually at Brown Family Law. I was invited in to interview. I was actually interviewed by Marco Brown. And he told me I did a great job. The next day he called me and he said it was between 2 girls, me and this other girl, and though I wasn't the one selected in the end, that he knew of a firm that could use someone like me. And I was like, oh cool, okay. So he gave me Stephen Wall's number. And I interviewed with Stephen, I think in like that next day or so. Interviewed with Stephen, interviewed with Nathan, and then the next day after that, I was offered the job of legal assistant. I did tell him I had no experience in law, but I did know how to answer phones and emails. So that's probably what got me the job. So my job at first was legal assistant / like part-time receptionist. I was reception for the first half of the day. And over the years, I learned from the attorneys. They taught me a ton. It really was just hit the ground running, learned as I go kind of deal. Learned it weirdly quick. Like somehow I got this job very quickly. Like I understood the job very quickly, and by 2023 I was the head paralegal of the firm. And that's where I remain now. So yeah, no, I manage about 6 attorneys all at once. We have 2 other assistants and receptionists that also help, but it's mostly the attorneys come to me for questions, and I just help them out with everything. That's my experience. Yeah, it'll be 6 years come May of 2026 that I'll have worked there for 6 years. I work under 6 attorneys. Mostly paralegals work under maybe 1 or 2. So my workload is a little bit hectic, a little bit crazier than the normal paralegal, but yeah, it's just mostly the workload. I do get help from the other 2 assistants in our firm, so it's been a lot easier recently, but yeah, no, it's just the workload. Lots of cases, lots of clients, consistently talking to the courts, other paralegals, other attorneys, scheduling, drafting, well, preparing documents mostly, discovering all that together. So no, it's just the biggest challenge is just the workload. In the beginning, we mostly, it was just phones and email and internet. And as I was learning how to do legal research, Google and law dictionaries and case law websites became my best friend. But in the last, I want to say like year or 2, I've been seeing a lot of AI. So I use AI just to help me do a short version of someone's either a client or somebody else's pleadings or summaries on all that, because if I read 75 pages, that's a lot of time, whereas AI's been helping me read it together. So I've noticed that technology. I've also been noticing, and this is just mostly for pro se parties, AI being used more in pleadings, and you can really tell that people are relying more on AI to help them with legal pleadings, and it's okay for grammar and stuff, but case law and stuff, I've been noticing people trying to include case law or citations that don't exist or are not relevant. So pros and cons. But I've seen a lot more use of AI, WebEx for sure, with COVID. That has been super helpful. WebEx and Zoom have been amazing tools recently, so that way we don't have to keep sending the attorneys all the way here downtown or all the way to Provo. So yeah, AI and video. If I had to use AI, which I've been a little bit like hesitant to use AI to like prepare actual pleadings, but I have asked it in the past about, hey, does Utah have a case law about something like this? And it will give me a few ideas, but I then use that to keep research. I read the case law to see if it's accurate. I print it out and I talk to the attorney about it. So to keep it like ethical is don't make up case law, right? So we don't get in trouble. So if I use AI in my research, I always double and triple check. That way I maintain that like ethical part of it. As far as professionalism, you know, they say paralegals are like the nurses to doctors. So I want to say I'm like the forefront between client and attorney. I think a lot of paralegals and assistants are. And so I can see, not myself, but I can see paralegals, assistants, possibly LPPs taking on the role of attorney by way of legal advice. And I have disciplined myself over the years that I am not the attorney, but I am like the first line of defense. I guess I would say that if someone had a question, I know that I could just turn around and go into the attorney's office next door. That I don't want to accidentally get someone in trouble because I just decide to give my own opinion that's not based in law, that I can't give anyway. So no, with professionalism, I've learned not to do that. Not even like, oh well, if it was me, like I've learned not to do that either. Like I haven't gotten in trouble, which is fine, but I've picked up on don't do that. Frances, don't do that, we'll get in trouble with the bar. It's a lot of hard work. I would recommend, if you're starting out as an assistant first, I think that's a lot easier because you're going to learn the ropes. You're going to know how scheduling and preparing documents or how to speak to clients. And then if you're wanting to go up to paralegal, I would recommend getting another paralegal to help train you, because learning on your own is really, really difficult. And if you can help it, have someone else help you. Or just pay attention to what the attorneys are doing so you can learn what to say and what not to say. Go to hearings, go to trials. Those are like the best ways, because you see the attorneys in like their chill days, like their I don't want to say they're off days, but they're way more calm when they're in their office just preparing documents or talking to clients. But seeing how the system works, seeing how attorneys act and speak in front of the courts and how trials work. Also, there's a ton of discipline. I have a system in place of what to do during the day, what work is needing to be done, what can be left later, or what is more important now. Like, have a checklist, have deadlines, keep yourself disciplined and hold yourself accountable to that, because I think the most important thing about being a paralegal is being well organized, because the attorneys are going to look to you of, hey, when is this due? Or hey, when is this hearing? Or hey, what do we need to do for this? And so if you have that checklist, if you have that organization process, then your life will get tremendously easier. So if you start that from the get-go, as you transition into a paralegal, it will so help you in the long run to have all that organization, all that discipline, good foundation, I say, because you're always going to be busy and you're always throughout the day, like your plan in the morning is going to shift in the afternoon. Like, I have to do this instead, and I have to put all this off, but like, how can I make sure once I'm done with this, I go to the other stuff? So you have to be flexible too. I guess is the word for it. Paralegals have to be incredibly flexible. That's what makes us reliable. The paralegal division, up and coming, we want to bring paralegals of Utah together, because attorneys have all their own stuff. They have their own retreats and their own CLEs and their own, forums and such. And paralegals, though, we accompany that, it's nice to have something of our own, because being a paralegal is a tough job. It is, I don't want to say it's being an attorney just without the Juris Doctor on the wall, but like you're working just as hard, if not more so, and we need all the support we can get. And I think the paralegal division is an amazing resource that, we're developing that would help bring paralegals together. Like, hey, if you need help, here are these resources, and you can make friends. Like, I have quite a few paralegal colleagues in different firms in the state that it's always a pleasure to talk to, because they understand how crazy it gets. I understand how crazy it gets, and we all just get along. So it'd be nice to have that whole network, and we have it in the division.